Karnataka government's decision to withdraw the ban on wearing hijabs in educational institutions in the state has triggered a huge war of words between the ruling Congress and the BJP. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah said he has ordered the lifting of the restrictions on wearing hijab while observing that choice of dress and food is personal. Reacting strongly to the Karnataka government's move, the BJP alleged that the ruling Congress was carrying forward the British policy of divide and rule. As we jump into this discussion today, the question we're asking is, should hijab become a national concern? And should there be politics over it or not? Joining us live is Nagaraj Yadav, Congress MLC. We also have Srinath Shvetadri, BJP spokesperson, joining us live. Rajalakshmi Joshi, political analyst, is live with us. Shekhar Vijayan, political analyst, also joins us live.
The judgment from the High Court, and now the matter rests with the Supreme Court. They need to come out, wait for that at least, if they want to see anything more than that. But now these kind of statements, they mislead the people and they break the society.
Not. He has not even withdrawn that order. He said very, very clearly, the previous government had taken some decision. We are re-looking into those things.
Strong words, of course, put out there by both the BJP and the Congress. Rajalakshmi Joshi, come in here. The Congress says that this is a mere implementation of the Constitution and nothing else. They're saying the BJP was trying to polarize, but they failed to do so, which is what the Karnataka results showed.
Good afternoon there. I would like to start by just quoting something that the leader of the SDPI has said about this issue. SDPI leader Afsar Kodlipet, he has said that in 2021, the Basavaraj Bommai-led BJP government has imposed a ban on hijab in educational institutions in Karnataka. And however, CM Siddaramaiah has said that the ban will be lifted and we welcome the move. Now, let me tell you that this is the narrative that is being built. And in fact, it goes beyond this to say, the narrative goes beyond this to say that the hijab has been banned altogether in Karnataka. So that is the general impression of people, that the hijab has been banned in Karnataka. Whereas the reality is that the hijab was never banned in Karnataka, and neither was it banned in any particular school. It was the directive of the High Court was simply that in the schools where the uniform does not permit the usage of hijab, you cannot wear a hijab. You cannot, force the school to accept a hijab. And in schools where the hijab was a part of your uniform, you can continue to do so. There are no two ways about it. There was no confusion about it. This is absolutely, there is absolute clarity in this case, and this is as per the 1984 Education Act. So, there is nothing wrong about this. It was simply a case where, in certain schools, hijab is a part of the uniform. So the students who wish to wear a hijab can continue to do that. But then in a school where all these years you have had a certain uniform being followed by all the students, there suddenly some girls who never had a problem with that actually throughout the year, only during the exams, for whatever reasons, they wanted to wear a hijab. So 6 students, they brought up this issue, and then it has escalated into this narrative that says that this particular government, the BJP government, wants to ban the hijab, and that too all over the country. So this thing flared up all over the country with unnecessary violent protests, and obviously there is going to be a rebuttal from the other side also. So then people started saying that if you can force yourself, you can to wear a hijab in schools where it is not permitted, then we will also go and we will also show our identity. So that is unnecessary. It's an unnecessary controversy, Uday. So this is something that, there is this narrative being built. And as per Mr. Siddaramaiah's statement, I'm not surprised. Every day he makes a statement and he goes against it. He says that I never said that. And he has actually very blatantly said on video that, we make a lot of statements during elections. It doesn't mean that we will necessarily follow it. So that is similarly what he has done in this case also. He simply made a passing remark saying that we are thinking about taking away the hijab ban in Karnataka. There was no hijab ban in Karnataka, Uday. It was simply that a uniform has to be enforced in the schools, and that especially during exams, certain exams, they put a restriction saying that you cannot wear a hijab. And there are actually certain provisions being made so that girls do have this thing of a privacy also, so that if they are wearing a hijab outside, they can take it off outside the class. But then if the students, for whatever reason, they keep insisting that no, we will wear a hijab because it is a part of our religion, so then that thing came into question, that the hijab is not a religious need, it is a custom. So we all do have customs which we have put aside to be able to bring in one uniformity when we attend schools and colleges. So that is simply what was being asked by the High Court. Nobody has said that you cannot practice wearing a hijab outside of the school or colleges. So that definitely was never the question, and it never will be also, because everybody has a freedom of choice. So but then you cannot say that in schools people can wear whatever they want. So
Right.
is that what the CM is saying? So I mean, that is ridiculous. So I think that this is an unnecessary controversy that is being built up only to polarize, and just at a very crucial
All right,
time.
I will carry on this discussion, but we're just getting some breaking updates coming in, so I want to quickly address that as well. Karnataka CM Siddaramaiah, in fact, now has clarified that the administration was only contemplating lifting the ban on wearing hijab in educational institutions in the state, and a decision will be taken only after holding discussions at the government level. He has come out now and said, we haven't done it as yet. Someone asked me a question. I replied that the government is considering revoking it. So interesting technicality there. Is this a U-turn, or is he actually just contemplating it right now and no finality? Now, why don't you address what Siddaramaiah ji has just said? He has said the decision has not been taken, merely a thought is being given on it. Now the big question is this a U-turn, looking at the political controversy, or is this a stating of the fact?
No, people are thinking on these lines of revoking the order made by the BJP in the matter of students wearing a hijab in the school, which is the practice of ages in decades. That was an idea, which not at officially administration decision is not been taken yet.
What happened in the last 24 hours then?
What, my dear BJP friend, please have
what is happening? I want to just know that.
The matter connected to the society wearing hijab has been
all to make such statements and try to polarize and
wear what they want.
About the whole thing.
Uniform comes. No, please have patience. From the
day the school, we have nobody has forced anybody. They can live comfortably. Nobody has blocked their life. But you are trying to give a wrong message to the community. You are trying to give a wrong message to the community.
Last 6 months, Congress have failed to fulfill all the promises which are given at the time of the election, such as freebies. So that at present they are not able to run the government because of the funds, shortage of all the other. So that to divert the issues, like people who are criticizing about the government, they are giving such statements because media should not highlight their such statements. To divert that, they are giving. And last month also in Telangana election, Mr. Siddaramaiah gave such letter statement to divert such issues. So that we have requested, also we have asked the government not to play in children's life, to give more interest, to give more importance to the education institution, providing good teachers, quality, and all the infrastructure which has been needed. So that we request Siddaramaiah, because he is in the time of retiring from the politics.
This discrimination in terms of religion should not happen. I think there are bigger issues which the Karnataka government needs to focus on. It needs to deliver on the promises, needs to deliver on development, needs to deliver on so many other things which was committed when they voted into power. If they get distracted from this in terms of the hijab ban, in terms of the dress code, in terms of fighting over this, and now with the Karnataka Chief Minister also going back on the statement, I think it just goes to show that he needs to understand that the voter is very important, the citizen is very important, and these situations is not good for the students. They're very impressionable. We have to understand that at the end of the day, if you're playing politics in terms of religion or in terms of identity, it's the children who are getting affected, right? And focus on what the promises they have made and try to work on that. I think this is more than anything else. It is minority appeasement politics, and they should refrain from this. That's what I feel.
All right. You believe that this is simply appeasement politics. Rajalakshmi Joshi, let me quickly bring you in here as well for a final comment. One on, of course, now there's clarification that the order has not been implemented yet. Siddaramaiah, the Chief Minister, is saying that the government, though, is actively considering it. And B, what this means ahead for the matter in the Supreme Court as well, where there is no final verdict just yet, because we all remember that it was a split judgment the last time around the court ruled on the issue.
I think that definitely, I hope that the Supreme Court also goes by what the High Court has said, because I firmly believe that at least in schools where the hijab is not allowed, it is not about hijab being allowed or not being allowed. It's about uniformity. It isn't against one particular community, but it is about maintaining uniformity with the. So I hope that uniformity and that kind of equal treatment to all is given out, because otherwise it is going to create some ripples in society.
No, madam, I would like to know, is the hijab a 7 children are using hijab?
Want to assert their own identity. So this is not going to stop anywhere. Mr. Nagarajan, I did not interrupt when you were speaking.
Clarification.
So please allow me to speak. Please allow me to speak. So it is not a rule that the children have to definitely come to a school where a hijab is not allowed, or any other piece of clothing is not allowed. You have to accept it. So in fact, the Congress, if they actually mean well for any minority community, what they should be doing is they should be counseling the parents to say that you can very well use the hijab after school hours, or
right.
You can make sure. So that kind of a counseling would help the minority committee better.
I think helps the BJP ideology.
So I'm shocked that
Okay. Well, the war of words certainly continues on this, on this issue. Obviously, no decision just taken yet, as the government has clarified, but we will wait and watch on what the final word will be from the court and the government on this issue.